I'm Dave Yates. Welcome to another episode of Barn Party USA. Today we're at a very special place. We've got some special guests on the show. We're at Sound and Music down on New Cut Road. All the musicians will know this place. Y'all stick around. We got a lot for you today. We'll be right back. All right, welcome everybody to another edition of Barn Party USA. We got a very special guest with us today. This is Jerry CONTE from Sound and Music. Our old buddy. If you play music, you know this guy, you know this place here. But for the people that don't know Jerry, when did Sound and Music start?
It started in 1976.
1976.
76. We had just a store right across the street. It was only about 800 square feet. We just did service, and then we got into doing sound. And that's how I started meeting all these ugly mothers.
Yeah, right.
All these pictures that you're going to be looking at a little bit later. Those were the days when they had little 6-channel boards, and a 100-watt amp was a big thing. And it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of good people, and we just continued on to what today's day is.
Now, who's the band you worked with for a long time here?
The Mystics.
The Mystics.
I did the Wayne and the Good Times for a long time, and then, oh gosh, there's so many groups that I sat in, showed them how to set up and everything else. Actually, even JOCKO's band, Neighbor, I used to go out there.
What do you like most about working in the store?
Well, it's the people, really.
Yeah.
I think the people themselves are really what makes me stay in it. They come down there, the most friendliest people you can meet, really. It's like big families. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, they come down here. Kentucky Headhunters, we know all of them, they come on down. And there's a lot that come down there that don't mention who they are. There's something broke and they need it fixed, they just come down there and act like any other body. And we did Ray Charles. In fact, a story I have is Ray Charles. Some of the equipment they had broke down when they were at the fair, and they sent the state police down to pick me up, to take me down to the state fair.
Escort.
They put me in the back seat, and I immediately put my hands behind my back, you know, the standard procedures. And they took me down there, and 10 minutes before the show, I got the thing going. It was, and everybody was clapping when I got out of the police car, as if I was a star or something. Felt real good, you know.
The hero.
You know, some of the stories. Going back to when it first originated in Murph, we set up 2 PAs because we had different clubs that we were, and Marvin, being a good friend of mine, and a lot of other people that he asked us if we would go down there and provide PA equipment, and we did. We had 2 clubs that we did. One was Eddie Donaldson that disappeared, and another one was right across the street from that. And the Great Midwestern.
Great Midwestern.
Yeah, boy, you're talking years. Trying to remember all that. And we set up 2 PAs down there and squeezed around for some stuff because we didn't have quite enough stuff at that time. Did sound out there at the Speedway when that first opened up on Outer Loop, and then we did the Quantrill Raiders in '84. That was our big thing. Jerry Lee Lewis. And boy, we just hustled all day. We never had anything that big. We hustled up a bunch of equipment and went out there, and the Bronx is where I was brought up.
Okay.
Near the Yankee Stadium. I've taken JOCKO down, showed him the neighborhood. And the Yankee Stadium, and it's nice to go back, but this I consider my home now.
And were you doing music up there, sound, or renting?
No, actually I was working on radar and working for GE, traveling. Worked on the Apollo project, and then worked on submarines, and then somehow or another I met a girl from Louisville, and I ended up over here. That's what the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
All right, we're going to show you this picture wall here in a minute, but how'd that really get started?
They would hand me a picture and everything else. You know, you put them in a folder and you lose all contact with them. But by putting them up on the wall, people come in and take notice, you know, and they say, well, I know that guy, I know that guy. You know.
Any idea who some of the first ones that might have been up there?
Well, the first group was Blue Rock. But you're talking 30 years ago, 20
That
years
was the
ago.
first band up there.
Yeah.
So really.
We got Leslie's Motel, we got Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
I think we even got you guys up there somewhere.
Yeah, I think some
Some of the old
very
time.
young pictures there.
Of course.
You wouldn't recognize us.
I think that's what makes the shop.
I guess you're doing a lot on the internet now? Or?
Yeah, we got on the internet. They mail us a lot of stuff for repairs.
Really?
And they see that we do repairs on certain items, and they'll mail it to us.
Got another very special guest with us here. JOCKO has been here for a couple of years at Sound and Music. Yeah.
Customer before I started working here.
You work back in here a lot? Or?
No, I'm out front most of the time. We got techs that work back here in the service department. The only reason they call me back is if they got something that they can't get to act up, because if I touch it, it goes bad. I'm pretty handy that way. So it's an old, can you imagine a bass amp with little bitty speakers like that? But we're reconing the speakers.
That's an original cabinet, isn't
Already
it?
got the amp fixed in it. He actually restained the cabinet. There's an old tube tester nobody uses anymore.
A tube tester.
You plug a tube in and it would tell whether it was good or not. Used to see these in a lot of drugstores years ago because radios, television,
repairs,
everything had tubes, and people would go in and plug the tubes in to see if they were good, see if they needed.
You might have came down from Brooklyn with it.
We've had I know the Platters, when they were coming through town, sent them down here to pick up a few things, get some stuff worked on, and the headhunters bring in quite a bit.
And I saw you on the internet at the NAMM show. Have you been to several of those? Or?
Several, been to several of them, yeah, several of them. That's where you get, now talk about meeting some famous people, and you'll be standing next to them, not even know. I think last year I held the door open and just came walking in with a guitar, so I held the door open for him. You know, he come walking in, we started talking and just shooting the breeze, and all of a sudden I looked to see our name tag, John Sebastian. One in Anaheim every year, and the summer one, which was the one I go to, that was last year was in Nashville. The year before that was in Texas. Then it's been in Indianapolis. In other words, they kind of have a floating one for the summer now, and they haven't found a nice place that's really doing good. So, but Nashville's been the most fun one so far.
Yeah. JOCKO, we appreciate you being on the show today, man. It's
you know,
good to see you.
You know, we go back a ways.
Yeah, we do. Well, Jerry, we appreciate you having us out today, man. You got a lot of cool stuff down here, and if anybody hasn't been here, you need to stop in and say hello and just look at some of the history. But thanks again for having us out, man. It's great to see you. All right, we want to thank you all for joining us on Barn Party USA. I'm Dave Yates. I want to thank all the guys here at Sound and Music, for everybody in the Reed Brothers Band here at Barn Party USA. We'll see you next time.
www.reedbrothersband.com. Barn Party USA.